Good evening. I'm Trish Williford. Thank you for joining us tonight. Happening now, Savannah police detectives have blocked off several streets tonight along Carter near West Gwinnett as they investigate a homicide. Police were initially called to this scene around 8:30 tonight after someone called 911 after the driver of a car slammed into a vacant house. The driver of the vehicle was transported to the hospital where he died. Police say he had been shot. As police investigated this scene, they found several shell casings a block away on Gwinnett Street. News 3 will continue to follow this investigation. And just hours before that scene, Savannah police were called to another shooting on Montgomery Street. It happened around 6 o'clock tonight. We're told one person was injured but is expected to be okay. So far, there's no information about a suspect in this case. News 3's Darius Johnson is live in Glenn County. And Darius, you're still waiting on those documents, but you have some new information about Corey Sasser's death. New information tonight about a shooting that left 2 teenagers injured. It happened on St. Helena Island Saturday. Investigators say the teens were shot near the intersection of Seaside Road and Ballpark Road around 3 p.m. Now, one of the teens was treated and released from the hospital. The other is listed in stable condition. So far, no one has been arrested. If you know anything about this case, call Crime Stoppers. That number 1-888-CRIME-SC.
It is an effort to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. with a monument in Savannah.
City Council approved the plan today, but the idea and the money is coming from a private developer, Richard Kessler.
News 3's Joanne Merrigan spoke to Kessler and takes a closer look at why he got involved. Joanne?
All right, Chris, thank you. And with the weather looking right for tonight, tens of thousands will be gazing up to take in the fireworks. News 3's Meredith Stutz joins us live from one of the hottest spots to enjoy the light show, Savannah's iconic River Street. So, Meredith, when does everything kick off tonight? Our top story at 6. Neighbors describe it as a wild and crazy ride early this morning in one Savannah neighborhood. A man police say was driving drunk slammed into multiple cars and homes, leaving 5 people injured and a whole lot of damage. News 3's Shayna Ferreira is live from that scene along 37th Street where it all went down. Shayna. Well, right about now, many of you are relaxing with friends and family, grilling out, or getting ready for a fireworks show.
So you may also be wondering whether rain is going to be a problem for tonight. So we want to take a live look from our Dozier Law Cam right now.
Now, the WSAV News 3 on your side special. Commitment to coverage, WSAV's Murrow Legacy. Commemorating a decade of excellence in journalism.
I'm Trish Williford. Welcome to this special presentation, Commitment to Coverage, WSAV's Edward R. Murrow Legacy. In a community report, one man is making his way across the country with his car, lawnmower, blower, and weed eater.
News 3's Trish Williford is live on East 32nd Street where the fire happened. Trish?
Well, this is what's left of the home. The fire gutted the living room, and that's where investigators believe it may have started. Well, neighbors smelled the smoke and called 911 around 2 o'clock this morning. When Savannah firefighters arrived, they found flames and smoke erupting from the house, but a woman was still inside. Firefighters quickly found her, but she was not responding. They rushed her to Memorial. Savannah fire investigators and the ATF sifted through the debris. They tell News 3 they believe the fire started near the power cord of the AC window unit. The flames ignited the sofa, which caused heavy smoke throughout the house. Neighbors say the woman lives here with her husband, who was not home.
I was just sad, especially because I didn't know if it was just her or both of them, or if their son had been visiting her.
And sadly, firefighters did find 5 dead cats inside this home. Tonight, the woman remains at Memorial Hospital. Live in Savannah, Tricia Williford, WSAV News 3.
And we saw police running. They were on foot running down there. We knew something big was up.
And Marianne Shear was right. Something big, violent, and shocking was happening just steps away from her Kensington Park home. News 3 obtained this incident report from Savannah Police. A 31-year-old woman told officers there was a knock at her front door Monday afternoon. She says a man wearing a black T-shirt told her he was with FedEx and had a package to deliver. The man asked if she had a pen. The woman says when she turned to grab one, the man forced his way into her home and put a gun to her back. According to the report, the man forced her to open the back door, and then 2 other men came inside the home. She told police the men began screaming at her, asking for papers, a safe, and guns. They ransacked the home while one of them forced her into the kitchen and raped her.
There's the police officers running past my property.
Shear showed News 3 and the police the activity from that day on her cell phone. She used an app called Ring. Shear's son bought her the surveillance video system for her protection. Shear also had Georgia Power install 3 extra lights on her property.
We cannot depend on all the police for 100% for everything, but we can be the eyes and ears for the police just like we were yesterday.
Well, it's the final night for the 2018 Savannah Music Festival, and for the past 2 weeks, people across the hostess city have been serenaded by music from all different genres. Well, News 3 is featuring one Savannah musician who's become a crowd favorite with the fans and his patience. If you're a lover of rock, or if you have a taste for the classics, music this good must be coming from the Savannah Music Festival. The event showcases the talent of hundreds of the world's finest musical artists every year. Some are full-time professional musicians. Others are moonlighting, like, believe it or not, this Savannah doctor.
Hello? Hip injection? Okay, give me a lot of pain. Okay, I'll be right there. Okay.
Well, he takes center stage to showcase the power of music. Dr. Calvin Barnes is a radiologist by day, but he says his passion is music.
I love them equally because they fulfill different parts of myself. There's a part of me that is really interested in giving back and helping people, and part of me is really passionate about health. But my passion, and it's my heart and my inner voice, is music.
His heart and inner voice ultimately led Barnes to master the tenor sax, but his first love was the piano.
My grandmother and my mom, they used to sit down and watch soap operas, Days of Our Lives, and I could hear those little theme songs, and I would just start going to the piano that was in my grandmother's house and just start playing them.
His family nurtured that talent, and it grew even into college and throughout medical school at Yale University.
My initial plan was I was going to be a chemist. I was going to, do that by day and do jazz at night. That was kind of my initial idea. But I struggled when I was in college. It was very hard to try and do 2 degrees at one time.
But with some help from his mentor, Barnes managed to finesse the 2. And after medical school, it wasn't long before the doctor of jazz found his way to Savannah and began to practice medicine.
So what do your patients think when they hear that you are also this great musician?
Oh, they love it. They love it. A lot of, and I actually see some of them out, when I'm performing.
And Barnes says it's the love of music that connects him to his patients in a rather unusual way.
Usually I walk in a room and, I think the hardest thing is trying to establish a relationship with someone very quickly, because you're pretty much, at least in my field, walking and say, hi, my name is this, and I'm going to stab you with this needle, essentially. And so a lot of my icebreakers actually involve music.
And whether it's in his clinic or on stage, Barnes says he'll continue to intertwine his love for music and medicine right here in the hostess city.
And And at the end, there was so much interest. You know, we had to cap it at 6,500 people, so there were a few people who were actually turned away this year.
And we definitely want to say a big thank you to everyone behind us, all the hard workers. We appreciate it. And of course, you at home.
Yes, so many people have been involved in this program. So we thank you for supporting the kids at St. Jude. Obviously, no family ever knows when they're going to need it, but that's why it's there. And thanks again for supporting it. That's our time for now.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you. Thank you, WSAV.